Got one. Got it. Flynn.
For some, camping can be viewed in many ways. With all the technologies that we possess, it's far too easy to practically bring a home away from home. By getting away from the city life and leaving those creature comforts behind, people fall in love with the beauty of the outdoors and the peace it can bring. Getting that disconnect from our normal lives and how it can heal your thoughts, even if for a brief moment. 3 years ago, after we had moved into our first home, I decided it was time to start searching for a place that could bring back those feelings of how I used to feel when I was young. A place of my own finding that my family could regularly visit and create our own memories. A place remote enough that held that disconnect and the fishing experience I was looking for. This would also happen right around the time I first got into fly fishing. However, the first trip we took, the waters were extremely high and the river we had originally went to camp was very much blown out. We ventured further into the bush to find a campground near a creek, unaware of what kind of fish it held. Sadly, this would not be the year that I would get to find out, as the creek was extremely high. I did try and fish it, but with the lack of my experience in high waters, it led to no success. The following year, we ventured that way, only to find out the bridge getting there from the side we were trying to access had been washed out due to high waters yet again. Now, normally this time of year, we would be heading towards Ontario to do our yearly family fishing trip. But with some major changes happening in our lives, we could not make it. So instead, we packed our bags and headed into the mountains to challenge this creek once again. As we arrived, it looked very, very promising. So we set up camp.
And what's the competition about? Daddy! Daddy versus who? Daddy cutting down a tree! No, it's Daddy versus who? Is it Daddy versus Mommy? No, it's Daddy versus sandwiches. What? Is it Daddy versus you? Yes! That's competition. I never done before. So Daddy's trying to beat Mommy.
Ready, Wesley.
All that was left to do was settle in for the night. Going into the morning of day 2, you could not have asked for better weather. Temperatures were good and the sun was out. Now, I had never done a walk and wade with my family, let alone done all the planning for one. But armed with more knowledge and experience, I was ready for the challenge.
Try and cast upstream, but don't stop.
Wesley wanted to take a stab at fly fishing,
So back, forward, stop.
so we took some time to teach him a little fly casting.
That's beautiful.
We then proceeded to walk upriver with the hope of potentially hooking it.
Up towards the rock,
Perfect photograph, quiet song,
Okay, which way is the rock
resting
though?
in each other's arms, with galaxies of fallen stars, hearts beat in unison,
As we trekked upriver, every hole yielded a fish.
eyes wide open, two like one.
Where is he going again? No, he's not. He's flying from Oh my god!
However, between snags and wrong presentations, I couldn't get them to bite. As the river was a little shallow, all the fish seemed to be holding the pools.
Oh, I hooked my rod.
I hit some of the holes on the way down with more missed opportunities and failed hook sets,
Oh,
as
no.
well
You got my hook.
as break-offs.
I just sat it there and it come down. All of a sudden I seen the fish come. You okay?
Breathing in the quiet air, untold stories still to share.
Silver lining, I was getting bites, so it was only a matter of time before something happened.
Love like two eternal sparks.
So when you're trying to get the fire going, right? You want to get those real small because then they'll light faster. And then as it goes, you can put bigger stuff on.
Love won't lead us apart. We've come too far, and right now the sun is ours.
You can't go to bed yet. But you can.
Oh, they're not all done though. Did I burn them? Grab it. Take it. Take it. No, wait, take it. Did I burn them?
But you're good.
Good.
Tastes like gator popcorn.
They're not egg ones.
Check out.
The morning started off pretty nice. It started to cloud over, and it was a little rainy and not quite as warm as it had predicted to be. The kids and Becky were feeling lazy and wanted to chill in the tent. So, with it being my last full day, I packed up my gear and headed back upriver. This time, I double-checked my knots and set up my rails. I would run 2 setups to hopefully increase my chances to figure out what they were biting. The day before, all the fish seemed to be sitting under logs and overhanging trees near holes.
Alright, so for today's agenda, kids are kind of chilling at the camp. We had a long day yesterday, so I'm gonna do some fishing myself. I'm gonna go up, walk quite a ways up, and then I got on this rod. This is a new rod, or a new reel I'm kind of trying out. Got a hopper dropper system going on here with a little tiny fly on there, little nymph. And then on this one, I got another hopper dropper. This is a stonefly pattern. This here is just a normal grasshopper pattern. And we got ourselves a hare's ear on the other side. So we're gonna get the shot. There's a fish over here that's jumping. Pretty sure if you looked hard enough here, you'd find like 3 of my flies from yesterday.
Getting those flies close enough to these places posed a tricky task. With many lost flies, cast by cast, I would make more progress. So once again, I get to the hole where I was certain it should hold lots of fish. I cast a hopper dropper and instantly hook up.
You just missed it. I didn't have the camera on. I totally forgot about the camera. Right in there as a fish. And I threw my hopper dropper with my stonefly one on there. And what happens? My knot come undone. He ate it. I had it. I would have had it. This is probably a long shot, but we're gonna try this.
Most likely, it was due to my hook set. Feeling a little defeated, I proceeded to cast my dry
So
fly.
many knots fail in my life as I have this weekend. I can hook a log and never come undone. I can hook a fish and it pops right off. I don't understand that.
Getting the timing for the hook sets seemed to be a little tricky as well. After the failed hook set, I decided to move up further and come back later. As it was starting to get late, I decided it was time to move back
Alright guys,
downstream
the hole that kicked my
for
ass.
supper.
Let's see. Yeah, that sounds really funny too, but I had the hole that kicked my ass. Yeah, it's definitely kicked my ass. Alright. See if I can get this. Glasses on. Engage fish mode. Oh no. Oh, good, good. There it is. Oh.
As I sat eating supper, pondering about what I was doing wrong, there was a spot right beside our campsite that had these rising fish that hit every day around 6 to 8 p.m. So knowing this would be the last evening I would have to fish, I grabbed my rod and went for one last hurrah. Wesley really wanted to try and catch it, so I gave him first dibs. We practiced for a bit to give him the best possible chance to succeed. I warned him it was okay if he did not get the fish, as it sometimes takes time.
Hey. Flick and drop. Oh. You hooked Slow down, yeah. High and slow. Keep your rod high. Keep your rod high. Yes, yes, yes. Flick and drop.
As the fish stopped rising before we spooked them, we held back and waited for them to start rising again. As they began rising, I gave it one last try.
Stop.
I think you're trapped.
At first, no takes.
See like that?
But then, right cast, right spot,
Got one.
bam,
Got
fish
it.
on.
Flynn, Flynn, Flynn. Here you go.
The feeling of putting together everything I had learned from trials and errors of the beacon to land that 6-inch fish
Okay, no. Here you go.
was worth every penny of time and effort I put in.
No, keep him in the water. In the water.
Top
Fish
that
doesn't
was
leave the
sharing
water.
it with my boys.
Only leaves water for a quick second.
This whole
Priceless.
trip, this whole weekend was about catching this little tiny brook trout. Okay, who wants to release it? Do it together, boys. Okay.
Getting
Go.
away, creating memories like that with your family.
Go. No.
There he goes. Back to his home.
Let me tell you from experience, it's something that will
Got him.
echo in your child's
Oh.
life for years to come.
Lost him.
They might not realize it and may even stray away for a time. But there will come a time in their life when they need it. Seek it out and understand the importance of these memories.
Hours from the fire. The competition is going to be marshmallows. Marshmallow s'mores. Who can make the best marshmallow s'more, right? Me!
So the lesson in all of this, go create memories.
But when you put it in, it seems like it goes
They
through.
last a lifetime.
Like, it,
Thank you for watching. Life's an adventure. Now go out and find yours.